So, in the Museum of Contemporary Canadian Art, there is an exhibition on right now by David Cronenberg called Transformation. There's a piece featured in it called Introduction to the Memory Personality by Jeremy Shaw. The basic concept of it's meant to kind of to hypnotize you into a state of relaxation so you can absorb images and achieve a different kind of consciousness and really kind of settle into your subconscious mind. It was interesting. The placement of it in the gallery was outside of the gallery. It was actually a little room that you go into before you even visit the rest of the exhibition, which I thought was quite interesting. And it was a video clip inside of this singular room, and it was meant to be viewed by one person at a time. In my own opinion, I think the piece was kind of about taking a moment to yourself and sort of reflecting upon your own consciousness and your subconsciousness and the images that can be bestowed upon it, and really just kind of settling into your own being. In terms of the piece fitting into the show, it was, it's there were 6 pieces in the exhibition, and they were all quite different. They all involved some use of video, which I guess ties them all together at a very loose level, but on a higher level, I don't know, they were kind of all interesting and on their own in terms of a piece. And according to my research, the piece is about, it says, it's multiple strategies around hypnotism and mind manipulation generate a profound sense of dread, a kind of seance for buried taboos, complete with a multi-dimensional soundtrack that make the experience exponentially more terrifying. See, strangely, I didn't find the experience terrifying. I actually kind of found it calming, and somewhat hypnotizing. So I was just in a state of relaxation for most of it. So I guess based on the whole idea of transformation that David Cronenberg is trying to portray, I guess it did kind of fit in, because I came out of that little video experience. It was a 13-minute long video experience. I felt like I was supposed to be on a different plane afterwards of existence. Like, I had graduated onto some other kind of level. Like, I was supposed to maybe understand something a little more now. I'm not quite sure. In terms of my own personal concept, how it fit into what the curatorial statement was saying about it, I didn't really fit in with it, I guess. Because I was more relaxed throughout the whole thing. There were some really weird images, and there were some parts of it that made me shake my head because I was kind of tripping out. But from all in all, it was really relaxing. So I guess it doesn't really fit in with the idea that it's supposed to, give you a sense of dread and be terrified. I wasn't at all. And in terms of the physical form of it, with it being a video in a small room, I really liked that idea, because it became a very singular and personal experience between myself and the artist. And it did make sense, because you're in your own little room. It kind of mimicked being in your own little mind, and that's what the piece was saying throughout the video is, allow your subconscious mind to absorb these images, let the conscious mind be relaxed, and, not worry about anything. In terms of how I would have made it, I really did like how the video was put together. It was just the gallery space. I wish the screen was a little bigger, because when you were watching it, there were times where things were pulsing and they would cut off at the edge of the screen, and I found it kind of limited me a little bit. I wanted to be absorbed into the whole entire thing, so I wish the whole wall itself was the screen as opposed to just a little tiny screen on a wall. Other than that, I would have kept it in a room on its own. I thought that was good. And and in terms of where it was in the exhibition, I didn't quite enjoy how it was separated, but initially anyway. But then when I kind of went back to think about it, it made sense how it was a separate thing from the rest of the exhibition. I liked how it was a separate thing, how you had to experience that before you went into the rest of the gallery.